What's going on, everybody? It's ETAPRIME back here again. This is going to be a quick one, but I've had a couple people asking about it, so I figured I'd go ahead and get the video out of the way. But recently, ONEXPLAYER, otherwise known as ONENetbook, announced a brand new upcoming handheld known as the ONEXPLAYER 2. I've seen a few people online wanting it to be called the 2X Player, and that would actually be kind of funny, but I think they're just going to go with the ONEXPLAYER 2. Now with this, we're going to get that Ryzen 7 6800U. They'll probably offer up to 32 gigabytes of DDR5 running at 6400 megahertz. So obviously we've got the AMD version, but they're also going to be releasing an Intel version, and this time they're going to be using the new 13th gen mobile CPUs from Intel. Now they haven't been announced yet, they haven't been released, but hopefully with these new 13th gen Intel CPUs, we see a new Arc iGPU. It would be really nice to see something a little more powerful, and you know, when it comes down to it, for the time it was released, the Intel Iris Xe graphics weren't that bad until we got more powerful Vega and then RDNA 2 came along. They're also going to be going back to their larger screen that we saw in the first generation ONEXPLAYERs. It's an 8.4 inch IPS with a 2.5K resolution. I'm sure they'll be using kind of a different or a newer display here. But yeah, I mean, overall, not looking bad so far. But I think their main claim to fame here is going to be their detachable controllers, so you can kind of use this in tablet mode and detach these controllers. And they're really no strangers to doing these detachable controllers with handhelds. If you remember correctly, the GX1 and the GX1 Pro was kind of an ultra portable mini PC, some people call it a netbook, powered by Intel 11th gen, and we had those detachable controllers that would kind of slide right down on the side. And this came to us from ONENetbook, but ONENetbook and ONEXPLAYER kind of go hand in hand. They are the same company. So they could definitely pull this off, and I think pre-orders are going to be opening up soon. This is going to be released in 2023. Now we know exactly what kind of performance this thing can put out because we've got a lot of 6800U devices on the market right now. But they also announced something else, and actually it's up for sale right now. It kind of went under the radar. It's actually the least expensive device in their One X lineup, and it's powered by an Intel Pentium Gold 8505. And of course, when you compare this chip to something like the 6800U, it doesn't sound like much, but these are great CPUs for emulation, and if they could get the price down a bit more, this would be a great little emulation handheld. Right now, they've got these up for sale on their website for $599. We get the Intel Pentium Gold 8505. 5 cores, 6 threads. We get 1 performance core up to 4.4 gigahertz and 4 efficiency cores up to 3.3. This will run at 15 watts up to 45. It's got an Intel UHD 12th gen iGPU up to 1.1 gigahertz with 48 execution units. And you know, for AAA gaming, this isn't really going to cut it, but for emulation even up to Switch, this will do it. 16 gigabytes of LPDDR5 at 5200 megahertz, a 7-inch 1920 by 1200 IPS display, and a user upgradable 512 2280 M.2 NVMe SSD. I personally haven't been able to get my hands on a device with the 8505, but I did test out the lower end i3 version of this, and at 18 watts it will do Switch emulation. I was able to pick up an HP laptop from Best Buy to test it out. I was really hoping to find one with the 8505, but they've been few and far in between, at least in the States. But at $599, I know there's not going to be a lot of people jumping on this given the price of the Steam Deck, but yeah, I mean, if they could bring the price down on this, it would be an awesome little emulation setup. And I will be trying to get my hands on one of these minis with the Intel CPU, but yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm actually really excited about the new ONEXPLAYER 2. I love the detachable controllers. An 8.4 inch screen is something that I really love on a handheld. I just like having that larger display. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. Like I mentioned, I had a few people asking about this, so I figured I'd go ahead and get a quick video out of the way. Should I go ahead and just pick up one of those Pentium 8505 units to test out on the channel? I'm not sure if I'm gonna or not, but yeah, I mean, if you think I should, let me know down below. I'll kind of gauge it by the comment section. And if you're interested in learning more about either of these handhelds, I'll leave links in the description. But that's it for this one. Like always, thanks for watching.